If Amazon can sell these golf grip wraps for so little, does that automatically mean they're, well, rubbish? A few months ago, I did a review, tried, tested, and replaced some grips out on the golf course from a company called Saplize. They gave you the grip, they gave you the solution, they gave you the tape, and I even applied all the grips out on the golf course to some old golf clubs that I deemed worthy for those people that want to re-grip their old clubs. But let's be honest, you don't want to spend 15 or 20 pounds per grip, considering the club itself might not even be worth that kind of value. And for all intensive purposes, it was very easy. Obviously, I've done a lot of grips in the past, and the value for money option, you honestly can't go wrong. But here I am today with a cheaper alternative, a dry alternative, a plug and play, let's get it going alternative. The big question is, however, these are cheap, £8.99 for 3, but does that mean they're a bit too cheap? So I ordered 3 in black, and you can order a much bigger quantity than this, 15 of them for £30, which, let's be honest, is very good value when it comes to re-gripping your clubs. But this isn't the first golf grip wrapping tape that I've used before. I did a video in lockdown by another manufacturer, again very good price and very reasonable. However, the durability of them definitely wasn't up to scratch when it comes to a normal golf grip. It felt comfortable, it felt good, and somewhat replicated a tennis grip in terms of touch and feel. But after playing about with it, using it and trying to wear it down, the one thing I didn't do with those golf grip wraps, however, is use them out on the golf course, which is why I'm going to fit one of these to my wedge, one of these to my driver, and let's go and hit some golf balls with these. Because at £3 a grip being the most expensive option, if these can survive more than a couple of months, 3 months, whilst you're in between potentially getting new clubs, could these actually be a good little investment? Now, I'm not going to bore you with the entire application of this golf grip, and again, when I do the driver, I'll show you some close-ups of obviously applying it, but it definitely feels a lot thinner than the previous wrap that I used in the past, which means that it's going to be a bit more of a closer thickness to this. Not to mention, I've gone for more of a tall velvet kind of feel and not necessarily something as tennis racket-esque, meaning that it will probably look a bit more like a golf grip once I've finished with it. Okay, we are all done. Sadly, I forgot to bring scissors, so I didn't finish it up the best, but you definitely get to see the idea of the effect. And I want to talk about, firstly, the pros, why I think these are quite good, and then obviously the cons that you might face in the future. But overall, I have to say, I'm quite a big fan of the matte black kind of finish and the way it kind of finished at the top there, because it doesn't actually look out of place. That does kind of look like a golf grip. Well, maybe from a distance. Right, bonus number 1, why I quite like these. If you don't like playing with a glove, especially at the lower end of the bag, which I know some of you definitely feel having a bit more of a connection to the club itself, these are great. And normally when you're trying to get these kind of tour wrap kind of style grips, they cost a fortune, especially with the amount of supply and demand in the market at the moment. Trying to get hold of golf grips in general is a nightmare. Whereas the fact with these, you could get your full set of wedges, even maybe just through the winter, maybe just through a few months, all done for £8.99, including delivery, if you're a Prime member, obviously. Bonus number 2 is, maybe you've been thinking for a while now, I want something a bit thicker on the end of my golf club. And let's be honest, when it comes to golf grips, we're very much in the dark age, especially when it comes to putter grips as well. You go, I think I want something thicker, and unfortunately the only way you can try that is by ripping off the one you have and spending 20 to 30 pounds on the new one, or let's say 15 pounds to 10 pounds on a mid-size or jumbo grip. I've wrapped this quite tight to the grip, and you can definitely make it a bit thicker. Therefore, as an experiment, maybe you do want mid-size, maybe you don't want mid-size, but this can definitely give you the feeling and an interim point, because I've seen so many times people spend 100, 150 pounds getting all their clubs basically done, only to find out it wasn't actually for them in the first place. And then bonus number 3, a monkey could do this. even though I did the tutorial and everything else when it comes to the golf grips, applying them, the solution, X, Y, and Z, it still takes a decent level of patience. It still takes a bit of time and technique, and potentially you're gonna lose a grip, break a grip, ruin a grip in the first few trial and errors of putting a golf grip on for the first time. Whereas these, it's very easy. And if you make a mistake, you can reapply it, you can do it again. And if you're thinking, oh, I just want new grips for the weekend or for the range, you can order them tonight, get them tomorrow, apply them, and as soon as you've applied them, just like I have with these, well, you're ready to go, aren't you? However, wedges are one thing, woods are another, and the fact you're going to grip these tight to swing them faster surely means less durability. So let's hit some balls on the range with the big stick, applying one of these over this disgusting yellow grip, and then let's find out exactly how durable these are when put under a bit of pressure. Now you'll have to excuse the low stingers through this portion of the video, as I've got a 5-degree driver off a relatively low tee, but that's just as well, as I don't want to put any of these out the back. Okay, let's talk negatives, because I've hit enough balls now that we're starting to see some signs. First obvious one, wear and tear. I'll show you up close of the grip, and we're probably about 30 balls in, something like that, in terms of using it on the range. And don't get me wrong, I have quite a strong, tense grip, so I'm probably going to wear through these quicker than most, but it's 30 odd balls or so. It's not that many. You can start to see that rubbing and wear marks down the grip, meaning that how long will that actually last? And that's no surprise really, because on a tour wrap grip that you typically get, they again will wear quite quickly. Hence why the majority of golf grips that come on golf clubs are like tour velvet, hard rubber, and you put a glove on your hand, so you're getting the most when it comes to durability. Moving on, number 2, which was a bit of a surprise when it came to actually using it, because it was one of the biggest bonuses when it comes to the wedges. Driver, glove, happy. I decided to take the glove off and hit one without, just like I did with the wedges. And to be honest, when it comes to the wedges, value for money, I'm going to rate these 8 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10, as I think for comfortability, looks, aesthetics, ease of use, price, it does tick a lot of boxes. And let's be honest, you're not going to hit a massive amount of full out wedge shots, maybe with your 52 or 50 degree. But then I took my glove off and I'm going to hit a driver with it right now. And I could feel my thumb rubbing up and down this here, almost chafing it. I hit 3-4 and I could almost feel a blister starting to form, meaning that if you were to put these on your woods and you do have a strong grip and there is some kind of sliding motion, well, number 1, you're best off using a glove. Number 2, more realistically, you're better off just having a standard golf grip on the top end of your bag. I think the last negativity I have with the wood side of the bag, and potentially the full merging through the irons as well, is that if you just have this on your driver, or you just have this on your top end of your bag, and you go down to a slimmer grip just on your irons, I think that does play a bit of a part. I don't think there's that much a knock-on effect if you just put 3 of these on your wedges and then had standard on your irons and standard on your driver, or let's say mid-size on your irons, mid-size on your woods. But if, let's say you were just to have these on your woods and then try and merge them with your irons and your wedges, I think it'll stand out. I think that extra thickness could mess up your grip or could mess up your tempo and timing when it comes to your golf clubs. Tell you what, I'm hitting it good though. In terms of just feel, movement, swinging it with the glove, I still say it's a good grip. It's not really moving. I only felt it move when I took the glove off. I mean, the big downside is how long is that really going to last? For the reasons stated above, I'm going to put the wedges a 7.5 out of 10 in terms of value for money, because it's so cheap and easy to apply and does give you an extra level of friction and comfort around the grip. Woods, I definitely question whether you're actually doing more detriment to your game, and how long is it actually going to last on the golf club until you just have to swap it out anyway. One thing I would love to see in the future is more of a silicone based wrap rather than the tour wrap, where you get more of that tour velvet feel. That being said, I showed you the saplize normal grip solution starter kit with the tape and the solution itself that you can apply to any golf club. And if you just did a bit of research, timing and a bit of bravery, well, you're getting a very good golf grip that kind of ticks all the boxes I've just showed here, but obviously with that added durability as well. Guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, and if you did like this video, here is my saplize golf grip on the course test review up in the left hand side. Catch you guys later.